welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. And I'm very tired, so I don't know whether I'm going to be that coherent tonight. I've not long been in because, surprise, surprise, my trains were delayed. Not by a little bit, but significantly. So my train was actually cancelled, because, let me wind back. Obviously, I'm trying to do this as cheaply as I possibly can. So I always buy a fixed ticket for a specific train, which is usually a random time, and it's obviously a quiet time, and that keeps it relatively low. So my train on the way home was cancelled because the heavens opened right around the time that I had to leave my hotel. So this was about 11:30, and my train wasn't until 3:30. So I had 4 hours to kill. And as soon as I stepped out of the hotel, the heavens opened. So I am soaked. I'm still damp now. I've been soaking all day long. In the end, see, you can take the girl out of London, but I chose to sit in a Costa. I'm sorry, all those little cafes, but I just knew what I was going to get with a Costa, and I knew they'd be okay with me plugging in my laptop, doing my own thing for quite a significant time, because I'd wandered around, looked at all the shops, looked at all the arty places, and by then I'd had enough. So I sat in Costa, and I thought, I was just getting really excited because it's like, oh, I'm ready to go. And I look at my phone and it says, oh, your train has been cancelled. So anyway, had to get another train, which was an hour later, and then that was a connecting train, and that connecting train was delayed. And all this is because of rain on the tracks. Honestly, this country and trains, it's a joke. Aside from that, it was actually a very pleasant road trip. I say road trip. I had my comedy last night. I did my set last night in front of proper comedians. So I was obviously the baby of the group because all the others were doing 15 minutes and 20 minutes. And then there was me doing a 7-minute, which I think is really nice that the promoter, sticks in a newbie. I thought that was really nice of him. And it went okay. Yeah, not on my, because I have a chart of my gigs and I give them a colour code, and it was an amber, it wasn't a green, it was an amber. And what can I say about it? Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I went in and I started up with, because I do my research when I go somewhere else. So I found some facts about Frome, and I was able to weave those in. But one of the main facts, and it was quite amusing to me anyway, I don't know whether the audience found it funny, but one of the main points of Frome is it was voted one of the best towns to live in the southwest. And I said this, and all the room was like, yay, they like that. They were really happy with that. And I sort of said, well, I thought I'll be the judge of that, because I was there early yesterday and I was wandering around the town. And I came across one piece of graffiti, and that said, be kind. So I thought, yeah, you're right. It probably is a very nice place to live. That said, it's got a huge number of charity shops, which is generally a sign of a rundown area, is my understanding, because charity shops don't have to pay business rates. So it's very cheap for them to pop up in empty stores. But maybe I'm wrong. Needless to say, I went into all of them bar one, and the only reason I didn't go into the last one is because I only saw it as I was leaving to go and get my train, and I wasn't going to miss that one. But I did find myself a craft kit, because this is my thing now. I'm trying to rescue craft kits from charity shops, because I went into the proper shops, and because it is very arts and crafty, Frome, there's a lot of that around that area. And they were just so expensive, really expensive. And then I went into charity shop and got chatting to the lady, who was really sweet. And she told me all these places to go and all these things to do. And then when I said, well, I've come in here first because I'm on the hunt for unloved craft kits. And she said, oh, I've got one. And even better, £1.50. Well, £1.49. So I thought, that's the price that I can afford. And especially since I'm going to get my ticket refunded when I put in a pay delay claim, which I will. I absolutely will. And so I'm really looking forward to doing this. She said that it's complete, or at least it says on the box it's complete. So it's a felting kit. Now, I don't like felting. I don't like the look of it, and I kind of assume I'm not going to like the feel of it. But we'll see. As I say, this one is on behalf of Southwestern Trains, I think. I can't remember which train company it is, but it's on behalf of them because they're going to pay for it. Going back to Frome, though, just quickly, going back to it being a really great place to live, my first experience, because I came out of the station and right opposite is a B&M. Now, I don't have one of those near me, and I didn't really even know they existed until fairly recently when I went into the one in Strood with my mother and found all these amazing things, all these art trays, stuff to keep my art stuff in, and all really cheap. It's a brilliant shop. It's a bit random, sells all sorts of odd stuff. So I saw this B&M and I thought, I'm going to go in there because I needed some headphones because I'd left my headphones at home and I wasn't going to be able to survive. So I wanted some cheap ones. Went in and they'd got a pack of discos, which is a kind of crisp. But not just that. These crisps came with a prawn cocktail flavour. Now that is very rare. So I bought these crisps. It was a 6-pack. Went to my hotel, opened them. There was 12 in there. I thought this really is the best town to live in the Southwest. Much love and gratitude.